All right, let's talk about a feeling that, well, every single one of us has had, but we probably never really stopped to think about it. It's that weird little itch, that deep annoyance we get when someone breaks a tiny, seemingly meaningless rule.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? It's not like you're furious or anything. It's just this little jolt, a feeling that something is just not right. So where in the world does that feeling come from?
I mean, picture it. You're at the grocery store, you're in a hurry, you see the sign. They definitely see the sign. And there they are with a cart that's clearly overflowing, acting like the rule just doesn't apply to them. It's a small thing, but man, you feel it.
Or this one. The sidewalk is right there. It's a perfectly good sidewalk, paved and everything. But nope, they decide to cut across the grass right next to the sign begging them not to. Why does that bug us so much? It's not our lawn. It has zero direct impact on our lives. And yet, that little twitch of irritation is there.
Okay, so here's where this gets really fascinating. This isn't just about you being a stickler for rules. That feeling? It's actually an echo. It's a message from a time when following the group's rules was, and I mean this literally, a matter of life and death. So to understand why we get so bent out of shape about the express lane, we have to go way, way back. We're going to need to unpack this idea called tribe logic. Think of it as the original operating system that's still running in the background of our modern brains.
For our ancient ancestors, survival was a total team sport, and tribe logic was their playbook. These weren't just suggestions or etiquette, they were the shared rules, the cultural glue that held everything together and stopped the whole group from falling apart.
And just think about how high the stakes were. A rule about coordinating a hunt, that was the difference between eating for a week and starving. A rule about sharing resources fairly, that was what prevented jealousy and fighting from tearing the tribe apart from the inside. These rules created a stable, predictable world where people knew they could count on each other.
And yeah, this quote just nails it. The rules were the glue. So if you were the person who just ignored them, you weren't seen as a cool rebel. You were a weak link, a genuine threat to the survival of everyone.
Okay, so let's fast forward. How does all this ancient tribe logic play out now, in our world? Well, that deep-seated instinct to follow the rules is tied to one of the most powerful drivers of human behavior, our profound need to belong. See, back then, being part of the tribe meant you were safe. You had protection, you had food. But being cast out? That was basically a death sentence. So our brains evolved this incredibly powerful drive to fit in, to be a good, reliable member of the group. And the number one way to prove you were reliable was to follow the rules. But here's the thing. This drive doesn't hit everyone with the same intensity. It turns out some of us are just fundamentally wired to be more sensitive to the group's harmony. Our brains literally prioritize what's best for the collective over our own individual whims. So you can kind of think of it as two different mindsets. On one hand, you have the harmony brain. It values social order and safety. It sees rules as the thing that keeps us all safe and predictable. Then you have the explorer brain, which is wired to push boundaries, to ask why, and to value personal discovery, even if it means ruffling a few feathers. And this is the absolute key to understanding that feeling of annoyance. For someone with a harmony brain, that person with 12 items in the express lane isn't just being inconsiderate. On a deep subconscious level, their brain is flagging a threat, a tiny tear in the social contract that holds us all together. So, what's the big takeaway here? Well, it means this isn't some simple battle between good people who follow rules and bad people who break them. What we're actually looking at are two ancient and completely essential human instincts at play. And here's the thing. Society needs both to function. It's a total balancing act. The harmony instinct gives us the stability and order we need to build communities and trust each other. But the exploration instinct is what gives us innovation, progress, and new ideas. One instinct builds the solid foundation, and the other builds the skyscraper on top of it. You can't have one without the other. So there you have it. The next time you feel that little jolt of annoyance, you know what it is. It's your inner harmony brain whispering across thousands of years. It's an ancient survival alarm, warning you that someone is messing with the glue that holds the tribe together. And that leaves us with a pretty big question to think about, doesn't it? In our incredibly complex world today, which instinct should we listen to more? When do we need harmony, and when do we need explorers to break the rules and push us forward? Maybe the real secret is figuring out which rules are worth protecting and which ones are meant to be broken.